So this is the first in a series of videos by Ablucas the Old. The series of video parables is based on one of the most profound Bible quotes about love, 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. This parable is the first part of that quote. Love is patient and kind. Meaning, when you approach a situation with love in your heart, then you will exhibit patience and kindness, showing tolerance and understanding towards others. Conversely, when you approach the same situation with fear in your heart, then you will be impatient and harsh, possibly acting defensively or dismissively towards others. You know, I enjoyed this so much, I actually stopped making documentaries just to sit and listen. And, as usual, Ablucas the Old never let me down.
And thus, the story begins.
In a bustling marketplace in the northern part of ancient Israel, surrounded by the chatter of merchants and the aroma of fresh bread baking, a man with a gentle, commanding presence appeared in a silent space amid the commotion. His dark brown eyes, warm and filled with compassion, his beard untrimmed and wiry, and his robe simple yet dignified. His voice, though soft, carried a sense of authority born from deep love and understanding. "Listen, and I will tell you a parable," he began, his words drawing the attention of all who could hear. There were two builders in a small village, entrusted with the task of constructing a house for their community. One builder named Levi approached his work with love in his heart. The other builder named Simon approached his work with fear. As they began their labor, they encountered many challenges. The ground was rocky and the materials were scarce. Levi, with love as his guide, faced each obstacle with patience and kindness. When the stones were too heavy to lift, he encouraged Simon, saying, "Together, we can find a way." He took time to listen to Simon's concerns and offered thoughtful solutions. Simon, on the other hand, was consumed by fear. He feared the house would not stand, feared the judgment of the villagers, and feared failing in his task. This fear made him impatient and harsh. When the stones were too heavy, he would shout in frustration, "Why aren't you lifting? I'm doing all the work." He dismissed Levi's suggestions and criticized his every move. There came a day, the two builders faced their greatest challenge, a storm that destroyed their progress and set them back to bare ground. Levi, ever patient, reassured Simon, "We will rebuild. The storm is but a temporary trial." But Simon, gripped by fear, lashed out. "This is hopeless," he cried. "We will never finish in time. It is your fault for being too slow." His fear made him blind to Levi's efforts and drove a wedge between them. Despite Simon's harsh words, Levi continued to show patience and kindness. He helped Simon through his fears, offering support and understanding. Gradually, Simon began to see the strength in Levi's love and the futility of his own fear. He started to imitate Levi's patience and kindness, having realized the wisdom in Levi's approach. Simon's fear was erased by Levi's love, and together they completed the house. The man looked at the people around him and said, "Just as Levi's love brought patience and kindness, so must your hearts be filled with love for one another. For love is patient and kind, but fear breeds impatience and harshness. Let your actions and endeavors be governed by love, and you will find peace and harmony among yourselves and everything you do."